Hello, I'm Tracy from MeatRx. I'm a MeatRx coach. I'm here today with Andrew to tell his success story, and I'll just get right to that. Andrew, can you tell us what your health conditions were like before Carnivore?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it all started sort of 5 years ago. I gave up drinking. I was a bit of a binge drinker, falling around the place and stuff like that, and obviously not feeling the best, when I was drinking. But then I went on this, I stopped drinking, and then I just went through life. But I started to become sicker, unbelievably. And, then after a couple of years, I thought, well, this can't be right. I had brain fog, poor memory. And I thought, well, it must be from all the drinking days, and I've damaged the brain cells, But so I learned, but it felt as if I was having the onset of diabetes, and I was bloated, and I could actually, when I had a bowl of oats, you could actually instantly feel the connection between gut and brain, which was amazing. I could feel it. Anyway, I just went on this journey of trying to learn, as much as I could to try and figure out what was going on. And it all started with Dr. McCullough's book, Fat for Fuel. That's where I started. And, but the problems I had was, a bit of a problem with libido, even itchy anus sort of thing. And I don't know, there was loads of things, but just bloated, gut issues, poor memory, no concentration, lethargic, which was unusual for me. So actually, after stopping drinking, I gradually got feeling worse. And I sort of met this vegan friend of mine, and they said that meat was bad and that it was causing, So I actually went on a vegan sort of diet there for a while, and that wasn't working very well either. So I then adjusted to, I read, books like the Cholesterol Code, The Big Fat Surprise, the Great Cholesterol Con, and it's all to do with actually Ansel Keys and his, all the false data that he incurred, that, and then everything went low fat, and that's been the problem, I suppose. But so anyway, I learned from the books. And I went on the keto sort of diet then. And I done that for, maybe 6 months. I certainly felt better. Obviously cutting out a lot of the other stuff, the grains and the vegetable oils and stuff like that. And it was a high fat diet. And I incorporated bits of fasting in here and there as well. But I still didn't feel strong. And so then after a 3-day fast, then I don't know if I'm jumping ahead too quick, but after a 3-day fast, just after Christmas dinner, I suppose, up till the New Year's Eve, I decided then New Year's Day, I'd seen Sean Baker on a couple of YouTubes, and I thought, well, this sounds interesting, and I decided to jump on the journey. And the best thing I ever done. But, transition really took a bit of time. Felt more hunger, really, especially after coming off a keto diet. And maybe I wasn't incorporating enough fat. But then
But what kind of foods did you start out with?
On the carnivore diet? I was eating cheese and eggs and meat, sort of muscle meat, but I swung it around, and I began making my own bone broth, organ meats. I love them, and basically not cooking them too much, so basically just maybe searing the outside gently, and then so basically eating mainly raw, I suppose. It's rare. So yeah, and all of a sudden then, after I think 4 or 5 weeks, I still wasn't sure, because I seemed to be eating more. But then again, I was getting stronger. That was the thing. And, and I just got lean. And within a few months, I ended up having a six-pack that I wanted at 18. And I thought, God, this is not too bad, And all from 5 to 10 minutes bodyweight exercising. That's all I've ever done. That's all I stick to 3 to 4 times a week. It's easy.
Wow. That's incredible. Yeah. That's incredible, Andrew. So you got your six-pack abs. That's wonderful. So
I got a six-pack, and but it's the other medical conditions like the brain fog. I had an enlarged prostate. That's gone. Basically, all the issues, and you're just full of energy. And actually then went on a 5-day fast there one time and hit 7 days. So I actually fasted for 7 days on the carnivore diet. I know it's not required really, but I found it good. It worked for me, and it's amazing really when you incorporate everything together.
It is. And so all of your health conditions that you'd had before all resolved, is that correct?
Oh, absolutely. I'm just full of energy, buzzing around the place, all the health issues completely gone. And the biggest one, I think most people who contact me anyway, suffer from gut issues, and a lot of this comes from possibly the plants, or we all know about the grains and cereals. I mean, it's just, we've all been led up the garden path.
Right.
You should have listened to John Utkin. He was the guy who said that sugar was to blame, when Ansel Keys was saying that fat was to blame. But he got it wrong, and John got it right.
That's so true. That's so true.
My biomarkers, my cholesterol's high, but I'm a hyper responder, as they say. My triglycerides are low. And a lot of people don't realize that it's the HDL triglycerides that's important. And they still go by this LDL, and that's calculated anyway. And really it's, and there's 2 parts to it. And it's the high carb diet that causes the triglycerides to rise. And that's what affects our health and cardiovascular health and everything. So I got a resting heart rate of about, anything from 45, 42 sometimes, it's, yeah. So, yeah, I'm feeling dynamite.
Yeah. So what was your triglycerides? Do you have, how much they were?
Yeah, they were, the triglycerides were 0.65, I think, is it?
Okay.
I got it here. Oh, you do milligrams, and I actually wrote it down here. So the triglycerides, 66 milligrams.
Awesome.
Yeah, and the HDL then is up at 79, 80, yeah. So I think that works out at about 0.7 HDL triglyceride ratio. But, my LDL's 265, and my total cholesterol 381. Statin ate me, please.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. People have contacted me and they've shown me their bloods. They shouldn't be on statins at all, and they're on statins. It's unbelievable. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Right. So how long have you been carnivore now?
This is 15th month. No, yeah. I'm not going back.
Yeah.
But I love the organ meats as well, liver. And I think people have a problem with organ meats when they cook them too much. I think you need to keep them, sort of rare. But I love heart, but they're so beneficial, as is muscle meat as well. It's got it all,
Right.
But I love raw egg yolks. I drink those by the gallon, I suppose.
That's great.
Yeah. So, I think anybody who wants to lose weight, unless they've got a specific goal to compete in a competition, 5 to 10 minutes, slow body weight workouts to complete failure, and keep the reps so that you fail between 6 and 10. So if you pass 10, slow it down and just try and keep it, and you just get stronger, and it's amazing. And you can do it, boiling an egg.
Wow.
But it's too easy. It is too easy. I laugh when people say to me, "God, you're working hard at your physique and all." I'm not. It's too easy. It's crazy, But for those 5 or 10 minutes, you just got to give it your all, but slow. So when you do it slow, you're not really sweating. So you can just do it in your pair of jeans, and you could be in your suit. It doesn't matter. It's not going to. That's the way I work anyway. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So how many days a week do you do that?
3 or 4. I've done a bit this morning. I've done about 5 minutes. It doesn't take much. It really doesn't. On your way into work, on your way back from work. But if people want to lose weight, what I found was that train fasted and don't eat your post-workout meal for at least 2 hours after. And it just fires the hormones up then. And it just, that seems to work well for me anyway, So, and then eat a fatty meal, And
Wow. Yeah.
So I don't know any tips there for people who want to, but unless there's a goal of having to run a marathon or anything like that, why not just? And sometimes I might just do maybe a press up, a routine to failure before going to bed. And if you're not really working out hard, but it's your muscles and everything are firing up during the evening, which also burns fat then. So it's pretty simple, really. Yeah.
Well, Andrew, it's been so nice to meet you, and I love hearing about your success story. Thank you so
Thank you very much
for coming.
Thank you very much indeed. Lovely to meet you. Where are you based?
I'm in America, in Arkansas.
Arkansas. I bet it's nice there too. I haven't been to America yet, but maybe I'm due a call sometime,
Yeah, you should.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And all the best. Have a great evening.
You too.